Welcome, guys, to our special edition of our Tuesday night webinar. You guys are in store for a great show tonight. Just look at the screen, okay? That's all I have to say. Now, this is going to be wonderful, guys. We are in the presence of an intercultural panel of international matchmaking goddesses. These women will tell you everything you always want to know about international matchmaking, international love, and everything associated with it, and we're going to hear it from them tonight. So enough of the men talking about it, because that's pretty much all we hear out there on the internet is the men telling us what the women want, what the women do, what they don't do, what we should do. But let's hear it from the women themselves for once. I think that's a wonderful thing, right? Okay. Right. So we're going to get right to it. This is Tuesday night. It's a little bit different, so we're still going to have a huge crowd. Maybe not the millions and millions that we have, but at least a million or so, guys. So get your questions in as soon as possible, and Kirk and his team of interns and these guys guys, stop that. These guys back there are going to do their best to get your questions out to everybody, right? And we're going to do a wonderful job of trying to answer. They're going to do a wonderful job of trying to answer the questions. I'm not going to answer anything tonight, guys. I'm out. You don't even see me, do you? This is the voice. You don't even know who I am. It's funny. They're out there. They're going to take care of it. So we're going to start with Dina, and we're going to have her introduce herself. And you guys know Dina from Monday night, some of you guys who've seen her before. So Dina, go ahead.
So, hi guys, I'm Dina. So I've been working for Foreign Affairs for 10 years now. I've been doing phone translations, and for a couple months I'm working here in the office, and I'm a part of matchmaking team here.
Okay, great. And Rana?
Hi everyone. Yeah, from me from Philippines, by the way. So I've been working like a lot of years now. I didn't count what year, but I came originally here because of my husband is one of the AFA's pioneering staff, and I found my love life and my happy ending through AFA. So I am so happy to be here, and I'm really happy and glad to show how AFA works, how AFA is, what AFA and it is real. Yeah.
Yeah, you're here. Believe me, she's real. All right, and then we have Maria. Maria, go ahead.
Hi everybody, I'm Maria. I'm from Germany, but I do work in Colombia. I manage the offices there in Colombia, in Barranquilla, Cartagena, and Medellin. And yeah, I have a background in hospitality management, and yeah, welcoming people from all over the world since a long time. I do that all my life. And I just realized that this is something really beautiful, matchmaking couples, making introduction to people and see them falling in love. So yeah, that's a great job, and I'm here now, so I would love to talk to you that what Rana said, everything is real, and there are lots of great women wanting to meet you.
Maria, you just arrived in Phoenix today, right?
Yesterday night, yes.
Yes, okay, last night. You just got
night.
here, and you just finished. Matter of fact, that tour is still going on.
Yes.
In Medellin,
yes.
right?
Yes.
And you were just there doing the socials. And
yes.
How was it?
Great. It was great.
Yeah.
The tours are always great. The tours are so much fun. You meet so many people. You're always in interaction with everybody. There are so many things going on. The guys are always so happy to come to me, to see that all they have hoped for and they were waiting for so long, because some of the guys are waiting for years. We have some who sign up in the seminars and come then and wait for years to actually arrive, and then they're there and they see and they can meet and they go on dates, 3 dates a day, every day. It's like, yeah, a dream coming true. So for us in the office, it's really nice to see which are the couples who start to get to know each other, and it's just fun. The tour is just fun. The socials are great. It's a great opportunity to meet. We do a lot of activities. We do city tours. We did a tour to Guatapé, which is a little village and with a beautiful view on a huge rock. We do a party bus. We do dance lessons. So there's a lot of things going on. So it's fun.
And you as the matchmaker just gets to sit back and watch. You get to stir the pot a little bit, so to speak, and see what really happens, all the interactions between them. Do you ever guess it right at the very beginning? You see a guy and you know a girl and you see them talking and saying, yes, that's going to be a connection, or does it surprise you usually?
Both. Sometimes you have that when you know, it depends, because some of the clients come on the tours, right? Not just one time, if not several times, because it's not it's not that you come and maybe it's possible you come, you meet, and you fall in love and you marry. That happens, but sometimes it's also a process, and sometimes it takes more time. Sometimes something you did on the first tour, you would completely do differently on the second tour, or sometimes you have your criteria and you are very narrow in what you're looking for, and then you realize maybe you should open up a little bit. So it depends. But if you have some of the clients we know, some of the guys we know, so when we know them, it's so much easier, because then we know, okay, I think that would be a good match, or she would be great, or why don't you talk to her? And sometimes it obviously happens naturally. So they just sit and you see them fall in love. That happens as well.
Fantastic. All right. You know, Eddie was on the very, very first, so I'm going to give Eddie the first opportunity to ask you guys a question. All right. This is going to be to all three of you. All right. So we'll start with Rana in the middle there. All right, Rana.
Yes.
So in your opinion, what country has the most loyal, family-oriented ladies?
For me, of course, I'll go with the Philippines.
Gee, that is such a surprise. I would have never guessed. That was Vegas
I
control.
know more about Philippines. I know more about our culture, so I go with
Well, why are they
why.
oriented? Why are they family oriented? What makes them that way, do you think?
Oh, one of the thing is we're a Roman Catholic. We value relationship that God needs to like provide, the love that family starts. The love is started within the family. So what we do is like loving and sharing towards family is more important than any other things in life, material things or etc. So it's fulfilling the connection together, the love together, the caring that we can give for the family is higher.
Fantastic. All right.
Yes.
Dina, in your opinion, which women would be the most loyal, family-oriented ladies?
So I forgot to say that I'm from Russia, and of course I'll say Russian and I mean Ukrainian.
Eastern
and
European?
Russian. Eastern European, yeah. We used to be all together,
Right.
so in one country, and so yes, we are also very family oriented, and so it's same. We are really so it's like I don't know. It's like in our nature. So we like. Have a husband, have a family, so it's just in our nature.
And the one thing I noticed in Eastern Europe is that many of the women, many of the families have multiple generations in them. Does that make it more loyal, do you think? I mean, when you have the grandparents helping to raise the kids, I see that in the Ukraine and Russia a lot.
Yes, actually, even older kids live with their parents, and it's okay. So yes, and babushka, how do you say, grandma and grandpa, yes, sometimes they raise their grandkids. That's true.
Yeah, and that must
It's
help.
very often, actually.
Yeah. And Maria, what would you say?
Yeah, I would say, as what I heard, the Philippines as well, but in Colombia as well, the women are very family orientated. It's family, it comes first. This is always what they say, family first and then everything else. And maybe God. So it's between the two.
Yeah.
And but it's always family. It is always, if you ask in the profiles, what is your favorite free time activity? It's always spend time with the family. And if you would ask it in Germany, nobody would probably answer that. So yeah, in Colombia, family is very important. And of course, family values and traditions and all that. Having children, having a husband, and also live all together in one house is very, very normal in Colombia. It's very important for them.
Okay, that's fantastic. All right, good. We're getting a lot of questions, actually. This happens, when you're the top-rated show on Tuesday night. What can I say? So we're getting a lot of this stuff going on, so we're going to get to some more of these questions here. Let's go with this one from Mark. He's saying, how sure are we that the women we see in their profiles are actually the women writing letters? Women don't have to come to the office to sign up or anything, right? So Maria, you work in the office in Colombia. Do the women have to come into the office to sign up, or how does that work for you?
Yes.
They do.
The women come into the office, and usually what we do is take the photos. Sometimes when the women have already professional photos, Sometimes it's not necessary, but still we talk on the phone with them, or we call them, or write with them. So we have always personal contact with them. And she has to answer a bunch of questions. It's not that she just say, "Hey, I want to sign up." If not, it takes a while to get all these questions answered. We have some extra questions for her to get a little bit deeper in her personality. Maybe not just what is your hobby, what you do, what that. If not, like more psychological questions. And yeah, they come usually in the office. We do the photo shoots. Because it's always better. First of all, they get better photos, and second of all, they have photos up to date and not photos which are like 10 years old. And so yeah, we do that. We talk to them. Usually takes half an hour to 45 minutes to attend one female client.
And you let them know what they're getting into as far as international introductions, right?
Of course,
as far
yes,
as,
yes.
Are you prepared to actually leave Colombia if you meet the right man,
Yes,
that kind
yes,
of thing, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
No, of course, they know that they sign up for an international matchmaking company and marriage company, so they know that most of the guys come from another country. Not all of them want to leave their country, yeah, so but it's not why that's not a reason why they should not sign up, because I meet a lot of men when they come to Colombia. First of all, maybe they don't know what Colombia is about, but when they arrive, sometimes in Medellin, for example, the climate is so perfect, they say, "Oh, this is a great city, it's a great climate, I should move here." So we have several clients living in Colombia and living in Medellin. So if you keep an open mind, moving, and she moving, then doesn't really matter which country you're going to live.
I've seen a lot of guys move to Colombia.
Yes,
That's
a lot of
great.
guys. They really love it.
Just a tip, don't start your own drug cartel if you decide to do that. Just stay out of that business and you'll be fine, right?
Yes.
All right. All right, we're going to go to Boston here with Chad. And I think this question would be great for Rana and for Dina. Okay, we'll start with Dina. Why did you decide to date foreign men through AFA? Why not just date men from your local dating pool, right? And why expand your horizon?
Hey, I just date everybody. Why not? I mean, what is just...
I like that answer. That's enough. We're moving on to Rana now. She just dates everyone, though. Oh, go ahead, Dina.
So,
Expand on that.
my friend actually, she joined a foreign affair, and she went there and she brought me this whole. So I didn't think that I need to go to foreign country, live there. I just, it's just another opportunity to meet men, like, just to go there and,
That's another option.
more guys.
Just to-
Yeah.
All right, these interns,
More
I'm telling you, these guys
possibilities.
are not coming back next week if this sound keeps up back there. All right, so just another
More
option, right?
possibilities, right.
All right, cool. All right, and then Rana, what would you say? Why did you decide to use AFA instead of marrying a nice Filipino man?
For me, since I experienced Broken Hearted, so our local Filipino guy, and I want to expand my options, my opportunity. And I also, since I was a kid, I really love to have like a hybrid, we call it hybrid if it's Filipino and half foreigner blood. So I really want to have a hybrid, so why not? And I joined AFA first is because one of my friend's friend is married and found her loved one through AFA. So I feel secured. I feel like I feel that it's more legit than meeting a guy online, which is you don't know if all the profile information in his profile is true. So when I went to AFA, I asked more information before I get signed up. So the guys, the guys are more honest, and then they also put real information through the site before they need to register through AFA to be a client in AFA. So it feels more secured, and I have someone in my back, AFA in my back, that will help me, guide me through the process of meeting this guy. And you don't want to meet the guy just eyeball. We call it eyeball if you like chat to chat and meet in person. And it's like it looks or it feels scary. to meet it, and you don't know if that guy will gonna kidnap you or something, or there's a trust something in mix something.
No,
Yeah,
you
yes.
feel
Yeah.
safer. There's a trust there. And Maria, you work with a lot of the women in Medellin, and there's other options out there. There's swipe left, swipe right, all that other stuff, all those other sites, right? But we give a lot more support, don't we, offline? We're not just online,
Yeah.
and then you're on your own. And like Ron is saying, you go meet some guy in a dark alley, and you hope to God he's not Charles Manson, and you're not going to come home in a body bag,
Yeah.
right? So, what do the women? Do they feel safer using a foreign affair, knowing the history of us, that we've been there for so long, and we give much more support other than just putting a profile on some site?
Actually, yes. And actually, swiping left and swiping right in Colombia does not really work so much because they feel insecure. And insecurity in Colombia is still not that the country is really insecure, but the woman feels sometimes insecure about foreigners and just meeting online on any dating site. So that is why they join an agency, and that's why they like to come to the office, because they know that there's somebody sitting in person with them, talking to them, and they know they have somebody afterwards also to talk to, or if they went on a date and something didn't go right, or they didn't like the guy, they just can talk to us and say, hey, I didn't like it, I look more for somebody like this, like this, like this, and they know that we do the job and find this person for her. So, and as I said, they just feel more secure, they know that there's an office, they know it's not just they put their profile somewhere and they never know where it's going to end up. And so yeah, it makes a huge difference. For them, going to an agency, to a marriage agency, makes a huge difference.
Okay, good. All right, so let's move on here. More questions. You guys are thirsty tonight for information. You're getting it from, like I said, these international goddesses that are giving us great information, and I love that. I love it. All right, Chad's got a question. This is kind of a 3 or 4 part question here. Pretty deep, Chad, pretty deep, but we're going to try. What are the expectations foreign women have when it comes to American men? What are they really looking for? And how do these expectations compare with reality? So, and I can tell you a quick little story about this with my wife, Tanya, who I was lucky enough to meet. And when she was coming, and a lot of her friends were thinking about meeting men from America, their really only interaction with America back then, before the internet and everything really, because it was just in its infancy, was like shows like Dallas and these soap operas, and Santa Barbara, and everyone was in gowns, and the streets were paved with gold, and it's kind of what they thought, her expectations. Then she met me and shot all the hell. But that's kind of what that was way back then. This was almost like 25 years ago. Things have changed now. The internet is out there, so I think things might be a little more, up to date and realistic. But I'll let you women answer that. But one more thing, and lastly, how does the whole experience compare to their local relationships? All right, so what are the expectations of foreign women have when it comes to American men, and what are they really looking for, and how do they compare to reality? What do you think, Dina?
So I can tell you that a girl's looking for a nice family-oriented man. It doesn't matter local or foreign. So we're just looking for a nice guy who can build a relationship, a possible family. So it has to be really nice and loyal and funny and with good sense of humor. It just happens that we have more girls in our country than boys. So, and we're looking for foreign men too. So that's why. And expectation, I was going to say that I met my husband through a foreign affair, and I just been looking for a nice guy. So, and I met him through a foreign affair. So, and actually I can tell you that Santa Barbara, they filmed it in California, and I went to California, and it looked exactly like in that movie. So it was my expectation, and I see it here. So it's the only movie I watched probably back there, from America.
Okay. All right. So it wasn't so much about this great, wonderful opportunity to come to America and just escape Russia.
No,
You
believe me, no. We're just looking for a nice guy. It doesn't matter where he's from, America or I don't know, Africa.
The local relationships compared to your foreign relationship wasn't that different, right? It was just a relationship with a man.
Yes, it just happened that I found the guy. He's from America. Yes, so if I answer the question.
If he was from Mars, you would have moved to Mars, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly.
Sorry.
Yes.
Elon Musk is going to be there pretty soon. Okay. And you, Rana, what do you think about?
My expectation is for him to be understanding about, because in the Philippines, it's more like social. Like if you're poor, you mostly met or you mostly married to a poor guy. Like if you're a an average or a rich person, then mostly 199% is you end up with or like 80% end up with a rich guy too. So my expectation since for me, I'm a single mom before I met my husband, and then it's hard, especially for me. It's hard. I actually already accept myself to be a single mom forever if God will not give me the right man, the understanding man who will take care of me. It's for me it's a package deal. Like for me, if he loves me, he should love especially my daughter and my family. So it's hard to like find a man like that for in the Philippines. It's like lower percentage to find that kind of man. So I took courage to myself. I gave big opportunity to myself to find a foreign man, because I believe and I understand, and my friends, I heard a lot of experience that the older guys really took care. They're more understanding about your situation, about who you are, about your life, and they are more caring. So I found, because if you in the Philippines, if you're gonna meet a guy and then it's local and older than you, sometimes they call it a sugar daddy. Yes.
A sugar daddy.
Yes, but it's true. Like from in the Philippines, if it's local guy, but if it's an American or foreign guy, it's more acceptable.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's more acceptable
That's
to
interesting.
like a young woman meeting and have a husband, older whole husband, American. Yeah, they don't matter it, because from a long time ago, it's already accepted by the culture, so it's more acceptable than local guys. So
Okay, great. I think you guys did a great job answering that, so that's wonderful. We'll move on to the next one here. Chuck is planning on attending our tour coming up in September to the Ukraine.
Wow.
Wants to know if the socials are attended by new or different ladies at each social. His concern is that the same ladies attend each social month after month. It could be like professional daters or something like that. Am I wrong? Maria,
Yes.
you operate and run many of the socials for us. Is it the same women all the time? And what would you say to that?
I mean, if we see that there are 100 women on the social and there are 10 to 20, 30, 40 guys, right? Maybe 10, 20 or 30 women will find a husband.
Right.
So that another 60, 80 from every night didn't find anybody. So
Right.
of course they're motivated if there's another social and if there are more guys coming, that they go again to a social because
Sure.
they want to meet. And but as what we usually do is trying, for example, in Colombia we have tours every 3 months. So or a little bit more, even a little bit more. It depends on the city, every 3 months in every city. So what we usually do in those 3 months, we always get new profiles, right? So we always invite the new profiles. We invite the ones who are motivated, where we know that they really want to meet somebody. We filter, of course, the woman as well in terms of how many children, how is their English, how professional they are, and how motivated they are actually to find somebody. And then we go through all the old profiles as well, because maybe last event, this woman on Friday night, she couldn't come, but she would like to come. So we see the woman who didn't come on the last event and try to invite them on the new event. So you will see probably some women repeating the events, but we have guys repeating the tours. So I mean, it's normal because they just want to meet some more people, but there's nobody professionally dating there because what do they get out of it? They just sit there with 100 other women on the date. In the evening, maybe they get some food, a little bit of drinks, and that's it. So,
Right.
so yeah.
All right. Francis says, and this is to Dina. Dina is so beautiful, intelligent. Do you have a twin? I will fly there this weekend for her. Her husband might have a problem with that, but it's very nice for you to say they're all beautiful and intelligent, though I will say. All right, and then we have James. James says that I'm a truck driver planning on going to Cebu in January. I'm hoping to find a woman who would be okay with traveling with me in the truck while I work. Do you agree that chances are good that they would be open to the trucking lifestyle? Rana, this is right up your alley, not because you're a trucker, you don't really have that physique, but you are from the Philippines and he's going to Cebu. So what would you say about that?
Yeah, I think it's you get a big chance to find the woman because mostly the women in there wants to have adventure and tour around the USA. So wow, it's a trucking, so you could go every state. So why not? And don't you worry. There's a lot of women who will accept you. Just find the right woman who will love you and accept you for who you are.
All right, keep on trucking. That's great. So get out there, James, and do it. You know, there's somebody, I've been doing this for 24 years, and I can tell you that there is always someone for you out there, right? There's someone for everyone, but you've got to put yourself out there. It's a numbers game. If you stay at home, if you do the keyboard Romeo thing forever and just write or chat and all that crap, that's never going to get you a real relationship. It might get you a virtual relationship, but that's all you want. But you got to get yourself out there, guys. All right. Francis.
And the ladies are waiting. Come to the tours. Really, the ladies are waiting. They want to meet you. They always say, "Oh, can you not get more men? Why don't they come more men over?" I said, "Yeah, Colombia. You know, sometimes it's a little bit difficult, but so just come over. They really would like to meet you."
What is the biggest complaint that you get from the women on our service? Is that it, or what is the biggest complaint you get?
Yes, I think so. Probably that there should be more men. That should be, I think, is probably the complaint.
Same in the Philippines.
Yeah, because Rana, tell your story really fast about the fact that how long were you on that?
I've been at it's 3 years for me to meet my husband.
3 years, guys.
Yes.
You know, if you would have moved a little
But I'm
faster than Rob, and Rob doesn't move
I'm
that
glad I did
fast.
wait.
Huh?
I'm glad I did wait.
You're glad you waited for Rob.
Yes.
So I said, Rob's
Because,
not that
yeah,
fast, but he finally did it and got there. But guys, think about that. I mean, Rana is beautiful. She's smart. She's intelligent. She was
That's just
looking for
me.
someone.
See?
You wanted to meet someone. And how many guys even wrote you? You got like a few letters? That was about it?
Yeah, a few letters, but I'm more active on meeting the guy than just sending letters because words are sweet, but it's different when you say it.
Yes, I know.
Yes.
Did you have to have a chaperone in the Philippines on your first date?
Yeah. Yes. First
You
date.
did? What's it like going on a date with a chaperone? Is that common in the Philippines?
Yeah, it's common, especially to the lady who is shy. We're from province, so there's still need more courage or the one to push you.
So it's pushing you more than protecting you, huh?
Yes,
Get out.
yes.
Who's the chaperone? Is it a family member?
A family member.
What is a chaperone?
It's like when you date, there's a third party involved.
Watching you. Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, making sure you're safe, making
Yes,
sure you're
because
alright.
you'll never know. It's American, and mostly American feature is big guys. Yeah, so, and you're so, someone will just drag you and somewhere dark.
Suitcase.
Yeah.
Okay.
You better just wear sneakers on the first date so
And
to run.
that's a family member, usually.
Yeah, family member.
A
Or
man.
friend. A best friend.
A man or a woman.
woman.
A woman.
Yes.
Okay.
Because it's quite not good to bring a man too, and then you're
Yeah, that's true. But maybe he has to protect you. So.
yeah. So because when the women just grab hands and then go run.
Yeah.
Like that.
Is it so chaperone on the first date? Is she there the second date, the third date? Is she
No,
there?
if you get connection, there's a spark in it. It's more. It depends on the man's attitude or characteristics. Because if the man will show sincerity and caring and being gentleman, then the women, of course, they're already signed up for the AFA. That's assurance too that there's like 60% that nothing will gonna bad happen, or 80% nothing will gonna bad happen to you, because you're just gonna call the office. This guy is something like that. So Yeah.
All right. So usually just the first one, then she's gone, and
Yeah.
it's just the two of you. Because three can be,
Yes.
well, two's company. Three can be a crowd once in a while. But all right. Francis has a question about Colombia, Philippines, or Ukraine. I'm going to start with Dina on this one. And he says, which ladies will be willing to stay in their country looking for marriage and being an expat? Children are welcome. So he wants to know which women would be most likely to stay in their country because he's looking to leave and be an expat. So out of those three countries, Colombia, Philippines, or Ukraine, which one do you think, Dina?
So, question: if a girl willing to stay in her own country and don't, okay, yeah, some girls will want to stay. Yes, sure.
Is there one
Yes.
over the other more? So out of the Ukraine, Philippines,
Probably
or Colombia?
Ukrainian girls will want to go somewhere. I mean, like, because the economics and all that stuff. Yeah, but some girls will stay. I know a couple girls who willing to stay, and they asking guys if you're willing to go live in her country.
Okay.
Yes, that's happened.
All right. And Rana, what do you think about that
Oh.
question?
For me, it's like 30% of the women wants to stay because of the family intact. But 70% will mostly want to move where their husband, where they're, because they want to know more the culture and of course the opportunity that this opportunity for like America, because when you call America, it's a big deal for Philippines. And then, the thing is that no matter where you are, I want to be where you are. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And
So Maria, you've seen this as well, and I know several men who have moved to Colombia actually. So the women obviously are okay with staying. But what do you think about that?
the women love their country. Really, Colombians love Colombia. It's a great country. I moved to Colombia. It's just beautiful, and the people are very, very nice. So I think basically no woman would have a problem staying in her country. She is motivated to move if he wants her to move. But lots of them would love to stay because, as you said, they have their family there. They grew up there. Colombia is now more safer than ever. The climate is great. If they have a good job, they make maybe not that much money, but they are okay, and they live in their family, as I said. So they would not have a problem to stay.
Okay, you brought up a good point too, because Colombia still has a little bit of a lingering stigma, given the Pablo Escobar days and all that kind of stuff way back in the 70s and
Yeah.
80s of the cartels. So, being a woman living in Colombia, Cartagena, Barranquilla, Medellin, you've been all around. Do you feel safe? Do you think it is safe there?
Yes, you have to be careful, like in every other big city, in the neighborhoods where you go. But obviously, where our offices are, where the hotels are, it's very safe. I walk there at night as a woman alone in areas, not everywhere, of course, but I do, and or I can do it, and it's quite safe. It's really like the guys are always like surprised. This is Colombia here. Can I do that? And then when they walk, it feels like San Francisco. Yeah, they were just telling me Medellin is like San Francisco. So there are really, really safe areas. There are of course also insecure areas still, but that's not where you want to go and where there's nothing to do for you. So.
Okay. We have an interesting question for Ron, and I'm not sure that this. We'll see. I'll ask the question. We'll see. So Ron says, 3 women and 3 different cultures. Have you each tried food from each other's culture, and if so, what do you like? So we'll start with Dina. Dina, have you tried Filipino or Latin American food?
I never tried Filipino, but I tried German food.
There you go.
And I love it.
Little schnitzel or something? Yeah, okay, I like that. That's good. But you haven't tried the Filipino food yet.
No, no.
We got to get a little party going here.
Yes.
You got to bring in some
heard it's
food.
That's a good idea.
Yes. Ron, what about you? Have you tried some Russian borscht
I
yet?
tried Russian, of course, from Tanya's house.
Yeah, you tried some
every
Russian.
year. I took, and then, but Colombian or Colombian or German, no, I haven't tried it.
Okay. Did you like the Russian food?
Yes, of course, especially those. I don't know what called.
Everybody likes Russian food, except
Except
John.
Hey,
John, you don't like Russian food?
Just the stuff that glows in the dark.
Yes, he
You
said it
there's
glows
stuff
in the
that have
dark.
actually fluorescence. It's really weird stuff that I have not got used to yet.
What is it?
I don't know, what's that stuff that kind of, it's all colorful and glows in the dark? you
It's
know?
a beets.
Beets, yeah, the beets
It's
over this. It's
so
a
good
jello
for you.
mold thing. And it's like this gelatin thing, and then you got this fish in there. And you got all these things going on, and you're like, oh,
It
yeah.
tastes good.
Oh,
It tastes
I
very
tried
good.
You
that.
tried
I
that,
tried
eh?
that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it's
It
nice.
scares me.
It's good. It's gelatin.
I
Scares me.
I can do the borscht. I
It's
love the
fish.
borscht, and
That's
she
a-
makes a killer mushroom soup and the borscht and panini and all that other stuff. It's
And
great.
You like my cake?
Oh, and her
Oh,
cake
yeah.
is amazing. With golden
Oh, I think I
honey
tried
cake.
the cake
Oh
too.
my God, amazing. So yeah, and guys, that's one of the cool things about marrying a foreign woman is the cultures that merge. They merge, and you get the best of both, and you share with you what you have, and she shares with you what she has, and it mixes, and it's so cool. We talked about this all the time on the show, but it's so neat. The food, the traditions, the customs, the this, the that. I mean, it's cool. So do it. I'm telling you, you'll love it. All right. Rana, there's a question for you here from Barry. Does
Hi,
Rana
Barry.
think that African Americans have a chance in AFA?
African American?
Yeah.
Yes, of course. I've been some of the socials, and I met guys who actually get married in there. And then it's not about the appearance. What we value most is your characteristic, your sincerity, and the real you. Yeah, that's what we value most. Not the appearance, not the age. It doesn't matter. Yeah, so.
All right.
Big chance. Just get out of there. Get out of the screen.
Yeah, you gotta go. I mean,
Same in Colombia.
yeah, same with Colombia. No, you just gotta go and give yourself, put yourself out there. There may be some women that are not open to that, and that's fine. You just move on. There's a huge amount of women out there, and if that's their prerogative, that's fine. But you just keep moving, and you find the one that's right for you.
But in Colombia, I think you have actually really good chances because we have a lot of African influence at the coast. And so lots of women like the African American appearance. So I think you have really good chances. And we have a lot of African American guys in our tours. We had just 3 or 4 now in the Medellin tour. And they did great.
Okay, great. All right, EC is saying that he's looking through the profiles of the Ukraine ladies. He's finding some women he's selected that are 20, 25, 30 years younger than he is. Is this a good plan, basically, for him? Let's talk a little bit about the age difference in all 3 different cultures that we got up here right now. So I'm going to start again with Dina. Dina, so this age difference here of a woman maybe 20 to 30 years old, younger, what do you think about that?
So, you should also look in older girls because Ukrainians have really good genetic, and you think she is, like young, but she's probably like more than like 40 and older. So, but I think if you choose a girl more than a 20 years age difference, you need to be careful. Yes, you need to make sure a similar lifestyle. Chemistry is the most important, of course, and all that stuff. So it's possible. I think it's possible. You should try.
Rhonda, what would you say? Because in the Philippines, the age difference is a little more forgiving,
okay,
a little more
yeah.
elastic. What would you say about
Just
that?
letting you know, I am 30 years younger than my husband Rob. He's watching. Sorry.
You have a 30-year age difference in your
Yes,
marriage.
30 years.
And how is that
Age.
working out for you?
And it feels good. It's like he's so caring. I care.
Okay.
Yeah. So it doesn't matter for us because age difference. It's just that when you're 30s, and yeah, as Dina said about the common what was that? Common, yeah,
Things in common.
Yeah,
Things in common.
Things in common. And of course, if you're ready to settle down and then just like a lay low style of lifestyle, so you don't want to be in the early 20s. You don't want to find early 20s because at that time they want to like more adventurous, more active lifestyle. So it's still in the likes that you live.
All right. Maria, what would you say about that age difference in Latin America?
I'd say it's possible, but I would say same like Dina that you have to be a little bit careful as well because I see it all the time that when it's too big, the age difference, you are not having the same interests. You are just in another state of your life. She, as you said, when she's young, when she's in her early 20s, she wants to travel, she wants to see the world, she may be studying, maybe she's not ready for marriage. And you are already, and if you're 50, 60, and you have maybe already divorced, you've been all through that, maybe she had no children yet, and you have already grown up children, and she's nearly the age of your children. So it can work, but I see more successful relationships when the age difference is not that big, like when it's not 30 years. I mean, the Philippines might be a little bit different, but Colombia, sometimes the women are also, I mean, if she's so young, why is she with you? And often then the money comes in, and that's what you don't want. You don't want to have somebody who's just with you because of money. So, but if you have, but still 20 years is something pretty normal, so it's not badly seen at all. Yeah, 20 years is totally fine. But I would still recommend, if you are 50, why don't date somebody who's 38, 40, you know, it's still 12 years, it's still a difference, but she might be a little bit more ready for you than a 21-year-old girl.
Yeah, I think that age difference too, one more thing, is that if the woman is, say, 20, a 20-year age difference is more pronounced than if she's, say, 35. A 20-year age difference isn't as risky, I think, because she's older, she's more mature, she knows what she wants more than maybe a 20-year-old does at that point in her life. And that's important too, is how old she is at that age difference time.
I also would recommend look a little bit at the profiles of the women of over 40, because we have really great over 40-year-old women in the agency, and that are the ones who are really ready for marriage, really ready, really great women. But sometimes you guys, you go for the young, beautiful and all that, which I understand, obviously, if you can go out with her, why not? But if you're serious and want marriage, don't forget the older women, don't forget the 40-plus ones.
There you go. All right, Maria. It's good.
Philippines too, don't forget.
Philippines too, yes. And Dina started with
Especially
that.
Ukrainian, this good genetic, you guys should really look.
Colombia is very good genetic.
Okay. Chad wants to know, what do you think is the best way to foster a strong and long-lasting relationship in an AFA relationship prior to the K-1 process? So before you start the fiancé visa process, is it like open line communication or long visits, like a month plus, or a mixture of both? What do you think, Dina? You went through it. You did it.
Yes,
How'd you do
actually,
it?
I went through it, and it took like 7 months. But my husband, during that 7 months, he went there like 3 or 4 times, and he stayed there like 3-4 days, and we made a lot of pictures, and stuff like that. Yes, you should visit. Yes, like a couple times at least. It will help.
Did you have
'Cause they will
much
ask.
communication between each other when he was back in the States? Were you talking?
Yes, we've been writing letters back and forth.
Okay.
So yes, it's helped too. You have to show, when you go to embassy, you have to show your pictures, you have to show your letters, everything. There are so many questions there, so make sure you went to see her a couple times at least.
Okay. Any other comments? How to foster that, how to keep the fire burning in that relationship?
Yeah, we've been through a lot, so it's like we're communicating online and offline for more than a year, because since processing time and then the files to be achieved before processing it, so it helps a lot too. It makes it tests your relationship and connection together, because you will know how strong your relationship you are through long distance relationship, how badly you want to meet him, and then just wait, and the patience through it's true love. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, definitely. Writing video calls nowadays with Skype and WhatsApp and Viber and all that, it's so easy. So use this, use it, and make sure and get to know her, and also visit as much as you can and stay as long as you can, because you get to know her a lot more, you can make memories together. And I see it sometimes that the long distance thing is not that easy, especially for Latin women. They like to be in touch with a partner, like having them there, can touch them, give them a kiss and all that. They're very caring. So it's not easy for her if she just met you, you start a relationship, and she has to wait 6 or 7 months until she can actually see you again. That is, it's not easy for them. So the more you can chat, the more you can write, the more you can come, the more flowers you can send, the better to get the long distance thing over as soon as you can. Yeah.
To keep
Ah.
the fire burning.
Yeah, yeah,
Keep the fire burning.
and show the interest and that you are a real gentleman. The Colombian women really want to like to be conquered. So the man is the one who should write in the morning, "Good morning, honey, how are you? How did you sleep? A good morning, a good night, a kiss," all that. And Colombian men are very attentive, so they usually call their woman like, I don't know, 20 times a day. You don't have to do that, but show your interest, because sometimes from the culture we are used that we give the other partner their space, right? And so we don't want to bother, we don't want to, The Colombian women love that, not to bother, but that you are there, you know, that you are asking,
Feel
what you doing,
appreciated.
how are you, how was your day, what will you do now? And just write it 4 or 5 times a day and she will be happy.
Oh, interesting. Very good. All right. I think Eddie's having some cocktails while he's watching the show tonight, since he was on there, and he's got a question here that actually, Dina, you may recall from the other panel we did here. So I'm going to ask this question. It's kind of been fun, and you can answer it either from a personal preference or from what you think the women in your culture may prefer. Okay? Simple question from Eddie. Here we go. Since he says, John, you started this, so I need to ask. Boxers or briefs?
I knew it.
You knew that was coming in.
I don't understand it. What is it?
It's
I knew.
the undergarments that men wear. Men either have a preference of boxers, which are longer, or briefs, which are kind of more European.
Briefs is like-
Dina,
like this
you went
the
with the
other
briefs last time, didn't you?
Yeah. Just watch our other video. There was a big discussion about
There was a
that.
big
Yeah.
discussion about that.
Yeah.
What do you think, boxers or briefs?
Depends on your body, no?
Boxer.
You're like boxers. Depends on your body.
Yeah,
right?
boxers as well, but if you're a hot Brazilian guy who has a really great muscles, then it might look good, but if not, I would prefer boxers.
So just be realistic and understand, Eddie, okay? Yeah, you might want to look at the boxers. I haven't met you. I don't know. Maybe you got a great physique, but that's pretty funny. I like that. Actually, thinking about that along those lines, what would you guys, let me ask this to all of you, okay? What would you say is the most appealing, even sexiest thing to a woman? Both one non-physical thing and one physical thing, okay? In your culture. What do women look for? That's what men always want to know. You know, what is it that we can really impress the woman for? What is she looking for that is going to be attractive to her, or is going to raise our sex appeal to her, both in a physical way and in a non-physical way? All right? So we're going to start with, in the middle this time, with Rana. So what do you think, Rana?
What we think is their eyes.
Your eyes?
Yeah, the eyes.
That's the physical thing the women look for?
Yeah, their eyes shows your soul. Yeah,
Eyes shows
yeah.
your soul. Okay, I like that.
And then the talk, the way he talk.
The way you talk?
Yeah, because the way he talk, it's like it's the body figure. It's already normal. You don't have to push yourself. So once you talk, it's though you're mad, but your gesture is sweet. So it's yeah, that's yeah.
All right, so
the
the
way he
demeanor
talk.
and the way he talks.
Yes,
and
the
his
way
eye.
he say things. The way he say things. Yeah.
Okay, the way you
It's
say
like,
things.
it's sexy.
Okay. You think that's okay?
Yeah.
All right, good. Maria, what would you say? In the Latin culture, or
The Latin culture, definitely being a gentleman, being respectful and being a gentleman. The more you can be a gentleman, treat her well, respect her, and don't get too drunk and to make too much party. That is, I think, things they really appreciate. A man who doesn't get aggressive, who's really respectful to the woman. And maybe a physical thing would be, in general, for the Latin woman, for the Colombians, they take a lot of care of their physical appearance in general. The women are very neat, very well dressed. They always pay a lot of attention. And so you should do that too. You don't have to be a model, not at all. It's not how you look, but what you're wearing, or brush your teeth. Like a good breath and good teeth is something they really like.
okay? Dina, what do you think?
I don't know why, but we're looking at the shoes first. That just, I don't know why. We have even movie that the girl looking at the shoes first, and we're doing it probably from that popular movie. I don't know, just first thing. But depend where are you. If it's at the beach, you know.
Get back to those boxes of briefs.
Yes. But if we're looking at the shoes first, then we go up, and it's eyes. Yes, I think eyes. How kind he looks like. So that's and
The way he looks.
we also I know sense of humor. Probably it's a good thing. So inside, yes, and also yes, he has to be nice gentleman, and how he talks, how he answering questions. Yes, need to be all packaged.
I think Tina brought up a good point with the sense of humor thing. Humor, guys, is a great way to break the ice. They say humor is a great aphrodisiac. I mean, it's just a wonderful way to disarm everything, especially self-depreciating humor a little bit. You can make fun of yourself a little bit. The women, they're not a lot. You don't want to be like a clown, but you also don't want to be too serious or take yourself too serious. I think that's important.
Yes.
All right.
But this is all over the world. I think it's not just
Absolutely.
humor.
Every
Humor with women always works.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, James says Filipino love singing.
Yeah.
Filipinos love singing. Is there an opportunity for me to serenade at the social in Cebu? James wants to serenade the women at the social in Cebu. Is there a possibility to do that?
Yeah, there is a possibility. Just let
I'm just kidding.
Just let the staff know that you're ready. I'm ready. I have a CD here.
Yeah. Keep it short, James. Okay.
But women would love to hear you saying how good you are, how bad you are, like that. So just be yourself, and it's one move sorry, I forget.
Well, the women there love to sing, don't
Yes,
they? I mean,
of
I've seen the
course,
women at
yeah.
the social singing.
Yeah.
We even had we had an Elvis impersonator at the social in the Philippines singing, right? And he was like doing the ain't nothing like a hound dog.
And
Yeah,
a beard,
I
and a
can't-
beard, and the side beard.
Yeah, the sideburns, the whole thing. So, just keep it short, James, because there's a lot of people there if you do that. All right. Let's see here. So let's see, Boston, blah, blah, blah. Speaking about food, on Shenzhen, I dated one girl, she told me it was shameful for me to cook for her. What about your countries? Do girls in your cultures mind men cooking for them on dates? So in China, a woman told him, and we don't have someone representing China on the panel tonight, unfortunately. I have to get careful over here. I'm going to ask her that question, if it's really shameful for a man to cook for a Chinese woman. That's interesting. But in the Ukraine, is it shameful?
Just want to say that I was going to say that all girls in Ukraine, they can cook, and good food. And they even teaching us at school. We have a cooking class in school, elementary. Then in the middle school we have a cooking class because we have to cook. We cannot go to restaurant, even if it's so the Ukrainian can cook. And if you can cook, oh my gosh, you will impress her so much because they cook.
Okay. What about that, Rana? Is it okay if he cooks for you?
It's sweet actually. It's sweet, and it feels like it moves your heart when somebody cooks for you.
Nice. And Latin America, is it okay?
Same.
Because it's
Yes.
kind of a macho country, right? Latin America, the men are macho.
Yeah, but there are men who cook.
Yeah?
So yes, there are men who cook. Usually, it's more the woman, but there are also men, and they like that. They love it. So I think you can definitely cook in Colombia. They will be really happy.
I cooked a wonderful dinner in the hotel room for my wife and almost burned down the hotel when I was trying to record her. But I'm banned from that hotel for like 30 years ago.
As long as the guy won't serve us a burned food.
Yeah, well, at least he tried though. It's like,
Yeah,
come
I
on, Rob, you're grading the food.
At least he tried.
Be nice. All right. K-Dog wants to know, based on each of your cultures, which dance is essential I learned when visiting each country. So, Rana, if I'm going to go to the Philippines, is there a certain kind of dance I need to know how to do?
Street dance is every move. Yes. No, there's no specific dance actually. It's just that the way you hold hands, it's like a first touch, probably a first touch. So it should be like kind of sweet and memorable to a woman. Yes.
Okay. Dina, what do you
Guys,
think?
don't do salsa in Ukraine. That's probably not going to be good.
Not gonna work?
No, just simple moves. So let her dance.
Yeah.
Girls in Ukraine like to dance, and let her dance, and you just have simple moves, and
Yes.
let her be star.
I just kind of rock back and forth, and that's all I do.
Yes,
My dance.
that's perfect because you don't really need to do salsa in Ukraine.
All right. But now we're going to go over to Latin America, and I'm waiting to hear this.
Yeah.
Me too.
So
I
yeah.
heard about a lot.
You have to dance, learn salsa. It's you can dance it everywhere, so salsa is always good. Any kind of dance you can learn is good, and just try to move as much as you can. And so salsa is good, bachata is good, merengue, they love dancing. If you like reggaeton, do reggaeton, whatever. But they really love dancing. It's part of the culture. It's very important. They love it. It's not that you have to be a professional and you have to come and to dance, no, but you should at least be open to try and to learn. That is enough. If you are open to learn and to try, she will be really happy to teach you and to teach you all the moves. But yeah, if you go in a discotheque, in a club or whatever, it's not a normal Michael Jackson song that will come up, or I don't know, a Snoop Dogg or whatever. If not, it's salsa. It will be in Spanish, and most of the songs are in Spanish. So, and you don't have, like the girls, for example, a lot of them don't drink any alcohol and still dance. So. It's just part of the culture that you go up and go on the dance floor, and you don't wait until 1 o'clock in the morning and you start dancing at 7, 8 p.m. because it's just what they love. So when you're motivated, just try, just show that you're motivated. That's enough.
Okay.
Yeah, open-minded.
But you can impress her if you know some salsa or bachata moves. If you do take lessons, you can definitely impress her.
I'll tell you guys, there was a gentleman who went on one of our Ukraine tours. He went to Arthur Murray and dance studio, and he learned some classic dancing. I mean, ballroom style dancing where you do the frame and everything. You throw the woman around, spin her around, throw her up, backwards, forwards, all that. And women were impressed. I mean, they wanted to dance with that guy. I mean, he had it going on. And they liked the fact he could go out there and do that because it showed confidence. It showed that he knew what he was doing, and women loved that.
Yes.
So it's not a bad thing to do.
Like
I know.
sexy appeal.
It's good. A lot of guys don't like to dance. I can't dance, but if you can do it and you give yourself, and like Maria said, you don't have to be perfect at it. Just take some lessons, learn a little bit. Don't learn everything, just learn a few steps, and that's all you need, and then you'll impress them.
I loved it on the last tour, just now in Medellin. All the guys stand, because we do a lot of games and competitions as well. And so we have a dance competition so that the woman teaches, like the woman can win a prize for the best teacher of the couple, right? So the guys pick a woman, and then she teaches him to dance, and the other woman applauds, and then the best teacher gets the prize. Wow. And the men are so motivated always because they want that their woman they are dancing with win. Yeah, and so they really made so much effort, and all the women, and then you can see, because you are in the dance competition, how all the other women look at you and see if you're doing the effort and if you're doing everything that this woman will win. So you're raising so much your opportunities to go on more dates. So as I say, just try it. And the men were so motivated to dance. It was really cool. Everybody was dancing.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. My wife Tanya is watching the show.
Hi,
I'm sad. Everyone loves Russian food except John. My husband thinks I'm a bad cook. Better for me. He will cook now. Tanya, I told you I loved your borscht and I loved your mushroom soup and pimento, all that. But the stuff that has fur on it, and it's even called something with fur, I got an issue with. What can I tell you? Love you. All right. Going on here. Question for all three women. Is there any country more sought after for quality men over the other countries? So like, are women sitting around the Philippines, Rana, saying, I want a man from the UK because they're the best, or I want a man from Australia because they're the best? Does that happen, or does it?
No, I haven't heard from that yet.
Does it matter?
Yeah,
it doesn't seem to matter? It's just about the man?
Yeah. The real problem is that not enough men. So why why choose if there's not enough men?
Well, you just want that quality man?
Yes.
Okay. Dina, what do you think about that?
Yeah, same thing. Not enough men, and they don't care where he's from. So
Yeah.
as long as he's nice and kind and good sense of humor, It doesn't matter where you're from.
I would say it sometimes matters because of religion, because they're Catholic and they love their religion. They're very religious. They love to go to church, and so it matters a little bit maybe having the same religion. But if it's sometimes they say Europe because they don't get to know so much Europe, because US to Colombia is obviously much closer.
Right.
Europe is further away, so sometimes they say I would like to meet a German. Lots of they say German, yes, yes, because they like the blue eyes and blonde hair. So what you guys have with Ukraine and Russia, so the women do like that as well. And so sometimes they have that, but you have that in the US a lot as well. So, but sometimes they go for that, but more because of religion, I think. So if you have another religion, still it can work. There are women who are very open to other religions as well, but can sometimes be a factor.
Fantastic. All right. Mr. 81 says, question for all of you. For the socials in each country, on average, how many women attend them? So on average, let's say, in Ukraine, let's say, we just did these socials, right?
Up to 200?
Even more than that. In Kiev, I think we had 300 at the last social. So, it just depends on the number of guys. It's really a function of the number of men that are going to be there. We always will have a ratio somewhere around, 7 to 1 to 10 to 1 even, of women to men. So, and the same with the Philippines, right? It's about that same number, about 7 to 1 to 10 to 1 ratio.
Yes.
Normally, most of those socials are going to be about 120 to 150 women. You'd say that?
Yeah.
About right?
Yeah, between 100 and 150.
It's always going to be plenty of women, guys. The theme here tonight, if you haven't been paying attention, because there will be a test at the end of this webinar, and if you have, and the winner, wait till you see what you get. But if you're not paying attention, the theme tonight is not enough men, right? You've heard this out of all three of these wonderful international goddesses' mouths tonight, not enough men. And they're telling you this from the women that they're talking to. It's not just them, it's from the women, not enough men.
Yes, not enough men.
And when I go, especially in the Ukraine, the women are always, John, where are all the men's? Where are the men's? How come there's not more men's?
Yes.
Try to get the men's. It's tough to get the men's. We have to do these webcasts and all kinds of stuff just to convince you to take a wonderful vacation, which you'll never forget, and it'll be worth more than any other vacation you've ever taken, and one that may very well change your life forever. We shouldn't have to work this hard at doing this, guys, but we do, and we will. It's okay. We've only been doing it for 24 years. We got another 24 years. We'll make more.
Yeah,
it's okay.
more.
All right.
You will not regret it.
Yeah. Casey has a compliment. He'd like to say, just want to say that this is the best live cast I've seen here. Do we not have our applause machine? We're going to get an applause machine. Put it in the budget. I know they're cheap around here and they don't want to buy anything, but we're going to get them convinced to buy our live applause machine. We need that because we don't have a big enough studio audience. All right, next. I am going to the Philippines, Manila and Cebu, working on a project for a few months, landing on September 4th. Should I just go to the Cebu office or what?
Yeah, you could just go to the Cebu office, or you can call us here in Phoenix so that we can make arrangements for them to let them know that you are coming. So and probably give some women's ID number, so that our local staff will gonna call them and ask if they are available. Because if you would like to meet them right on that day, or if you like to, because they also have some priorities, so you might want to give arrangements first to them.
Yeah, or you can call the office in advance before you go, and we can set it up. Or when you get there, just go into the office. We'll help you with that as well. But call Phoenix office, and they'll help set all that up for you, and you'll be fine.
Yeah.
All right. Casey wants to know. This is going to go mainly to Dina. Women from the Ukraine are glamorous, and most seem to want to dress up and go shopping for designer clothes and all that great stuff. How many women would enjoy living in the country, raising kids, gardening? Slopping the pigs. He didn't say that. I'm just throwing that in. But, being like out in the rural area in the farm as opposed to in the city. Are the women too cityfied, or can they go out into the rural area? What do you think, Dina?
I don't think so. So girls come there to work probably, and they have to dress up and they have to wear high heels because it's a city. But some of them come from a small village, and here is, if you talk in a small city in America, totally different from small city in Ukraine. So she probably will enjoy it. Some girls will really enjoy nature. They all like to go to dacha. Every summer they will all go to dacha. Dacha is just outside of city, like a garden with a little house. So they all like nature. They like to go in a beach or like to go in a river for a weekend. So some girls will really enjoy and appreciate it, small town or village. Absolutely, no difference. They just have to dress up. They're not really, probably some of them not really enjoying it, but they have to. They have to look good. They have to dress up to find, husband.
All right. So go over here to you, Maria. When you said sense of humor is important, can you explain what you mean? When I hear sense of humor, I think Rodney Dangerfield or Jim Carrey. I know most men in the U.S. don't care for either of those guys. I don't know who brought up sense of humor.
Me.
Oh, you did. Oh, we'll go to Dina then.
No, not like Jim Carrey. I mean, it'll be nice for me. I like Jim Carrey.
You like Jim Carrey, yeah, okay.
Yeah,
but he means
and-
it's really like exaggerated sense of humor. Is it like that or
Yeah,
what?
no, it's just really like a really
Natural.
natural, like a really nice sense of humor, not like clown, like you said, not like clown. Yeah, it's just like I don't know, like unique,
Okay.
probably.
Yeah, just
Just-
natural, just fun,
yeah.
just making little jokes. Like I said, maybe a little self-depreciating humor, a little bit. That goes a long ways. Just have fun, be relaxed. Women like that because then they
Yes.
feel that you're confident. If you're nervous and you're not comfortable in your own skin, no one's going to be comfortable with you. But if you're comfortable, people want to be around you, and you have to be able to be like that. All right, and then make it easy. By the way, guys, when you're at the socials and stuff. The women want to meet you. Maria, you were just at that social in Colombia like 2 days ago. Those women are smiling. They want to meet you. It's not like a guy walking to a nightclub here where the woman's asking for his balance statement, his income sheet, right? And how much money. I mean, they want to talk to you. They're going to smile, right?
Yes. No, that's. I have got a lot of guys who are totally surprised. I'm not living in the U.S., so I have no idea how the things actually are. I just get the statements from the guys, and it seems to be very difficult here. So yes, they are always amazed. In general, Colombian people are very friendly. So anywhere you go, and when you're a foreigner, everybody wants to talk to you. Everybody wants to meet you. Not just the women, also men. They just want to make friends. They want to meet you. They want to talk to you. They couldn't not travel. Lots of them can still not travel, and they could not travel for a long time. So when a foreigner comes to their country, they all want to know about the country where this person comes from. What is the life like? What they do? I mean, of course, there's internet and television, and Colombia is very modern. It's a very modern country, but still, they're just fascinated by foreigners. So in any club, in any restaurant, on the street, in the bus, and the taxi, everywhere, where some people will start talking to you, smile to you, and would like to be your friend. So yeah, it's a country easy to make friends.
Okay, great. All right, I'm going to get in trouble again because we're going way over time, and then I get those nasty letters from the union, and they're all upset, then they want to raise, and then I get yelled at. So we're only going to take a few more questions, but we're going to take a couple more here, and then we're going to go. All right, so Eddie wants to know, in many cultures, it is understood drinking with meals is acceptable, especially in Russia, in Ukraine, right? How are the men like myself looked at who do not drink? What do you think about that?
That's totally fine. You're going to be popular there too because it's a drinking problem, big drinking problem in Ukraine and Russia too. So you will be pretty popular there. So you don't have to drink.
Okay. And the same you would say for Philippines and
Same
for
for the
Medellin?
Philippines.
Or for Colombia? Yeah. Okay.
Same for Colombia.
All right.
You make a good impression if you don't drink as well.
Yes.
All right, this is a little bit for all you guys, and then we're going to take one more after this. JC's playing on the upcoming Ukraine tour in September. Congratulations, JC. That's wonderful.
Can somebody come to Colombia as well, please?
Yeah,
We have a great tour in November coming.
Yeah. Well, JC, maybe after you go
we'll
visit
work on
Ukraine, you go to Colombia. We'll see. For us guys who are average looking, what tips can you give us to improve our chances with the ladies at the socials and the Ukraine ladies in general? So we'll go with the Ukraine here with Dina. Dina, what kind of tips would you give this gentleman who says he's average looking? What can he do?
It's okay. Nice haircut, nice clothes. I mean, don't wear nothing like dramatic or I don't know, no cowboy hats probably.
You don't like
Stuff
cowboy
like
hats?
that.
Women seem to like those.
That's different, and it's just a nice suit or a nice polo shirt with jeans. Always appreciated. Don't forget nice shoes because that's where girls looking.
Dina likes shoes, guys.
Shoes.
Okay?
Not
She's got a
only
thing
me,
about
I'm
shoes.
telling you guys. You'll see it. So nice shoes. Yes, and brush your teeth, put deodorant on, and you're good to go.
I have had to, by the way, guys, I've had to send a gentleman home more than once from the social because he walked past me and he really stunk. And I'm like, no, come back here. You got to go back. He didn't even realize it because it was a little warm out and he's running around and getting there. But you only get one chance to impress. And if you're going in that social and you've got some issues going on with grooming, you don't want that to hold you back. And so we'll tell you. I mean, we're not shy. Hey, you go back, take a shower, put on some clean clothes, come back. The 15, 20 minutes that's going to take is well worth it because you got hours left. But you want to put your best foot forward. This is your chance to go on all these little mini dates with all these wonderful women. All right. Next. Actually, that was it. The next one is he wants us to call, and we're going to talk about going over. So ladies, I just want to thank all of you. You guys are amazing. You did a great job of talking about the different cultures that we deal with. Having this intercultural panel of international matchmaking goddesses is amazing. And guys, you're so lucky that there's no commercials on this show. We gotta forget. Where's our sponsors? What is wrong with you people back here? We need sponsors. I mean, people should be paying for this because it really is invaluable information that you're getting. But most importantly, I'm going to end this show and we're going to talk to each one of these ladies and they're going to tell you what they think is most important, why you should go to their country. That is what they're going to do. How we're going to end this show is why you should go to their country and not continue to write letters, not continue to do chat, not continue, even though we don't even offer chat, but on other sites, not continue to do all that stuff that's just virtual. And you don't have to write to someone for a year before you go see her. You don't have to write to her at all. I never wrote a single letter, and I met Tanya at a social. And then I gave her a lot of champagne, talked her into marrying me, and then 20 years later we're still together. So we're going to start over here with Maria. And Maria, you're going to tell guys why they should go to Colombia.
Yeah, why you should go to Colombia. First of all, we have 3 offices in Colombia, and women are totally different in every of those 3 offices. So it depends what you're looking for. You can find 3 different types of women, still Latin, still Colombian, but very different from each other. Colombian women are passionate, they are loving, they are caring, they are communicative, they are, I think, just great wives because they just really appreciate the man they have on their side. And as the Colombian men sometimes don't treat them that well, they really will appreciate you as her husband. So you will have a lot of fun. They are great. They are fun. They're outgoing. They love to dance. They love to travel. So they're just easy to get along with. So if you're a gentleman, treat her right, passionate, and you like somebody who's really caring, then Colombia is the right place to go. And the country is just beautiful.
All right, great. Rana?
Okay.
Let's make an argument for the Philippines.
Guys, go to the Philippines because we have a saying that there is more fun in the Philippines. Yeah. We love beach. We have every kind of beach. We have black sand, white sand, and we have sharks in there. So. Yeah, and mostly the beautiful women in the Philippines who always smile, give you a caring and understanding and appreciated and would love to love you more than their self. Yes.
All right.
That's what our family cherish more. So.
All right, bring it home, Dina. Why would you go to the Ukraine?
So besides the Ukrainians, the most beautiful girls in the world, not according to me, according to news. So yes, they're nice girls, good cooked. So they're cooking good and they're family oriented, and it's even if you don't meet somebody. So you should go there and see country, the beautiful country, the oldest Kyiv, the oldest city in Russia. So, but yes, very beautiful country. You just take a tour there. even that will be really, really nice.
All right. You guys did an amazing job. Big hand of applause with our big applause machine. Look at the applause machine back there. Fantastic. And you know, our staff back here too has done a great job actually. You know, the interns need a little work, but we're going to get with them. But overall, those guys did a great job. So please don't send me nasty letters about the overtime. It just happens because these women have so much to say we couldn't stop on time. And guys, I want to thank all of you too. I mean, you guys asked some amazing questions tonight, and you guys made this show such a success by asking all these insightful, thoughtful questions. You know, it shows me that you're really interested in actually changing your life, actually giving yourself an opportunity to do this, and that's wonderful. You know, guys, I always say the worst case scenario, you're going to have the vacation of your lifetime. The best case scenario is it may be one that changes your life forever, and that's how these tours work. They're wonderful, they're great, they're a blast. You know, if you get a chance, come see Tanya and I in September, early September in Vegas. We'll be doing a seminar there, or see me in New York a week after that, again in September. Love to see you at the seminars. You call in, we can talk more about that as well. We're here to help you anytime. All right, we're going to do this again real soon, guys. But until then, thank you so much. Ladies, staff, great. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Bye-bye.
Have a nice, wonderful night.